What if everything you've been struggling with, self-sabotage, chronic stress, anxiety, emotional pain, wasn't a flaw, but a message calling you back to your true self? Welcome to Self-Healing Codes with Dr. Traci, where we uncover the hidden causes of spiritual disconnection and guide you home to yourself. Traci is a doctor of metaphysical psychology, spiritual mentor, energy healer, and your transformational guide. This show isn't just self-help, it's a sacred space to break free from the unseen forces keeping you stuck. You'll learn to decode the messages from your body, release fear, and activate your inner power. Healing requires action, and you don't have to do it alone. Get ready, because Self-Healing Codes starts now.
Good, beautiful day, everyone, and welcome to Self-Healing Codes. I am your doctor of metaphysical psychology, Traci, and today I want to talk to you about the energy of power, and I want to shift it to be our power energy. Self-healing codes are words that hold within them the magic of an energy that puts your somatic system, your nervous system, your spiritual system into alignment with your truth. They act like keys that are designed to unlock doorways of conscious awareness and to remove the blocks of self-love so that you can remember who you truly are. And if you ask me, you are a magical spirit energy that has chosen this human experience, but you've also forgotten why you're here and who you are. So today, I'm going to invite you to open your field to me. This is the space around you that expands to allow me to witness your truth as it wishes to be revealed. As a doctor of metaphysical psychology and as a mystic, one of my gifts is having the ability to travel into the collective energy, and those who permission me to connect to their energy, I read your field. And I am able to transmit for you valuable information, which I call self-healing codes. When our bioenergetic fields are out of alignment, it means that our frequency is low, or that we're not in integrity with our frequency or authentic to what we truly desire in this space and time. And some of the things that steal our power is the way in which we collapse to be seen, the way that we shrink to make ourselves feel safe in our big energy. Every single one of us has the ability to step into this power. So let me share with you what it is that this power that I'm talking about is. Once I'm finished with the lesson, I'm going to ask you to find a quiet place where you can open that field that I speak of. And I'm going to download this divine healing code of power into your three sacred centers, your pineal, which is your transmitter and receiver, the ego filtration system that needs to be cleansed and purified of all of the ways that you've given your power away, all of the ways that other people's thoughts, feelings, experiences, and expectations of you have collapsed your energy field. We're going to reprogram that power into the center of your chest. This is your sacred heart, and it's here that your soul remembers who you truly are and why you chose to come to this third dimensional timeline, to this earth energy. And last, We're going to reprogram that power energy in your biome, deep in your physical gut. This is your body's brain, where every cell in your being is standing at attention, waiting for your energy to give each cell direction. And right now, without conscious awareness, without doing our daily spiritual hygiene, without taking our power back, those cells are getting no direction from cosmic intelligence or from the ancestral wisdom of Mother Earth. And I'd like to support you in changing that, in shifting that. So let the lesson begin with this one question. What is your power? As a mystic and someone who loves to study metaphysics, I have a story. And this story is of your divine assignment. Super quick, I'm going to share the details with you, but I'm also going to post for you a 38-minute video called Your Divine Assignment. But it's this in its simplicity. You are a spirit energy who has chosen to come to this third dimension where thoughts, feelings, experiences, our unique to you life timeline is all about you. But you have been corrupted to believe that it's selfish to think all about you. If you remained as spirit energy, you'd be all-knowing. You would understand everything. There wouldn't be anything unique to or for you, and therefore no reason to come to this planet. You chose to come to this planet with a promise to source. This promise is what we call in the Human Being User Manual, your power energy. It is a single word that is the clearest lens of everything that you perceive. It's what you're here to learn. It's what you're here to be. It's what you're here to do. It's why you chose human being. And that single word activated makes your energy full of love, full of authenticity, full of purposefulness. If it's true, and I believe that it is, we came to this space and time as an earth school to learn everything possible, good, bad, beautiful, and ugly, about our power energy. Those of you who have done my soul healing protocol, where I channel for you all of the pieces of your unique human being user manual, already know the exact name of your power energy. For me, this is abundance. My purpose on this planet, through trauma and through joy, is to understand abundance at its most infinite potential, to teach it, to share it, to embody it. And so my power is abundance. If you don't know what the exact name of your purposefulness is on this planet, we're just going to use the self-healing code called power to download that into your energy. If you want to know more about this human being user manual or the soul healing protocol, or more about how this power energy supports you in thriving instead of surviving, I invite you to join my private Facebook page called Self-Healing Codes with Dr. Traci. In this private group, I continue to teach this lesson until our next show, which is another 2 weeks away. And so you will be able to embody and expand not only through the healing download that we're going to receive today, but by understanding how to recognize where you collapse into other people's thoughts, feelings, experiences, and expectations of you instead of expanding into your own power. So, how do you recognize that you've collapsed or you've shrunk to accommodate others and to become disconnected from your own power. It's quick. Your energy changes. You go from feeling mostly awesome to feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, challenged by your reality. You say things like, I hate, I don't like, I can't do that. You start to lie. Do you know what the world's biggest lie is? The most powerful way to steal your own power, to let that power leak out into and onto everyone else? I'm fine. The world's biggest lie is I'm fine. I don't need anything. In this moment, what we're doing is we're disowning our pain. Our pain is not a punishment. We do not suffer for no reason. Annoyances, pain, dysfunction, disease, whether they're physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual, happen as a guide. Your pain and suffering has the ability to be your best friend. Your body literally holds the answer to everything that is stealing or leaking your power out of you. Our pain and our dysfunction is a message. And when we listen to it, we don't disown that part of us that has had to become warrior energy, that has had to become the survivor, that has had to become disconnected, isolated, and alone because we fear stepping into it fully. So when we collapse, our nervous system shuts down. This part of us that has always had to protect us comes forward. This is not our true and authentic self. And this is the lowest frequency and vibration. But again, this part of us is not the enemy. It is a sacred guide. It has all the information. Should we choose to just drop into inner stillness, to stop asking how or why or when something is going to come to us that is better or different. Instead, dropping into our own breath, clearing our mind, opening our heart, dropping deep into that biome to ask, what do I need to know right now? What about this person, place, thing, scene, situation, or scenario is a message for me? Everything that happens within your conscious awareness is either a mirror, it's a direct reflection of what you actually feel and think about yourself, or it is a message, a piece of awareness that is moving up through your cellular memory, through your generational trauma, and coming into the present moment to literally unlock a door of conscious awareness. There's a cost to not claiming our power. There's a cost to shrinking into who other people think we should be. There's a cost for pleasing others at our own expense, for carrying bitterness in our stomach or in our solar chakra. There is a cost of not feeling safe, secure, and supported to speak our own truth. And that truth, or in fact, the lie, comes when we say yes, when we're thinking and feeling no. Or when we say no because we're thinking and feeling that we're not worthy, or how dare I. It is each of our responsibilities as individuals to know three really key things. The first, you are not broken. You may not be learning, healing, and growing, but you are not broken. The second is that no one else can do this conscious awareness work for you. No one else can figure out what your power is, how you flow with it instead of forcing your way through it. And third, it is never too late. Let me say that again. It is never too late to just stop everything that you're doing, to take a deep breath into your body, and to allow your power to channel through this divine field called your human experience. And so let me ask you this. Where do you give away your own power? Where do you collapse physically? Physically, collapse is going to feel like overextending, hustling, pushing your way through, forcing to get things done, to be productive, to look or feel successful. That collapses if it's not happening from flow. You shrink when what you're being, doing, or having isn't fun anymore. Let's unpack how we disown our power. Someone disrespects us. They say something that's hurtful. Whether it's intentful or not, we receive it as pain. And we brush it off. Oh, that's just them. That's how they talk to me. That creates a thunderstorm of energy within your biofield that says, I am not worthy of being respected. This is conditioning. And it's not about responding. In that moment that someone disrespects us, it isn't about going back to them with aggression and saying, you can't talk to me that way. But it's also not about avoiding, ignoring, and escaping the sensation that our biofield is collapsing. The opportunity in that moment is to recognize that felt, and whatever the word is for you, that felt disrespectful, that felt rejecting, that felt controlling. And in that moment, to exhale out your collapsing field and say, that is not my truth. Yes, you may or may not have a conversation with that person. And sometimes it won't even matter because we've trained them we have trained them to treat us in that way because we continue to treat ourselves in that same way. In that moment that comment lands and it hurts you, the question from within is, what about this do I fear is true? But I know it's just real. These are the ways in which we recognize that our nervous system in every moment is communicating, that our body holds very powerful information that must be unlocked from within. And so I'm going to invite you right now to open your field. Find a comfortable position where your legs can be spread wide. Sitting cross-legged is beautiful. Sitting with your legs wide open is even better. Let's make sure that your spine is straight and you feel supported. Ideally, you're in a safe place where you won't be distracted. And I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Taking a deep, gentle inhalation through your nose and holding your breath at the very top of your head, holding it as long as you can as we activate your pineal, the transmitter and receiver, and the filter of all of the ego stories. And as you exhale through your mouth, allow your breath to drop into the center of your chest. You're going to take a deep breath into the chest, holding it for a moment, deprogramming this sacred heart center where soul resides, disentangling all of the ways that ego has created rules in which your power is allowed to collapse and shrink. And exhale through your mouth, letting all of those weavings disentangle. On your next inhalation, you're going to breathe into your lower belly, just behind your belly button, and you're going to activate your biome. As you hold your breath, we are calling every cell in your being to attention. And we are preparing them to receive the transmission, the self-healing code of power. And as you exhale, imagine that you're softening your hips and your belly. You're breathing up into your heart center, opening at the front and the back of your body. And you're inhaling up to the very top of your head. Here, I ask you to allow me to witness your truth as it wishes to be revealed, to download this self-healing code with the intention of unlocking all of the ways that self-love has been blocked in the past because your power is leaking. And as you bring your breath and awareness back up to the very top of your head, we ask Source to download this true frequency and vibration of your power energy. If you know its name, receive it. If you just recognize it as your power energy, it deposits itself in your third eye. And here, this promise that you made to Source, your true and authentic power, begins to dissolve all of the stories and the illusions, the filters that ego has used in the past that made you collapse to avoid conflict or shrink to stay safe. And as this power activates at your third eye, you begin to see yourself as the magical, powerful being that you are. You begin to break free from the collapse, the control, and the conditioning of the mind. And as you exhale, and you drop into the center of your chest, I ask permission to cut all of the cords of attachment that have made you believe that being small, not being heard or seen, all of the ways that your power has not been recharged, reconnected to your awareness, expressed as your truth, all of these non-beneficial energies melt away to make space for your power energy to rest at its sacred center called heart. And on an exhalation, Your power energy is deposited in your biome, and every cell in your being embodies this high frequency and vibration. The blocks to self-love that have been jammed up in your organs, your muscles, your tissues, and bones begin to release. And you unpack all of the ways that your divine mission has been unable to digest. You become unapologetic in the way in which your light shines. And you get really clear on what your body is trying to tell you. Taking a deep inhalation in through your nose, exhaling through the mouth. I'm going to ask you to give thanks for whatever it is that you've received today. The known, the unknown, the cloaked, the hidden, the disguised. Take some time to journal. Journaling isn't about what happened, it's about what happened and what you're going to create from it. What questions come up? And those questions should be what? What do I need to know? What does this mean? What is my power? What's next? Drop those questions in the Facebook group, Self-Healing Codes with Dr. Traci. In this group, you have the opportunity to ask anything, and I will create answers for you. If today's session moved something in you, I invite you to join me in the Healing Sanctuary. This is my private monthly membership community where I spend 20 hours a month working with you in small groups to do this magical self-healing work. This is where I hope to see you. And I look forward to answering your questions. Should you share personal information and give me permission to come into your biofield, it's within this group that those answers become the next step, the key, exactly what it is that you're looking for. So let's remember that we all came to this space and time as a spirit energy having a human experience. We have a power that fills us up, that allows us to expand. And that power was a promise that we made to Source. And when we dishonor, disrespect, and reject that power, we hold it in our physical body as an annoyance, as a pain, a dysfunction, or a disease. Join me here on the first and the third Friday of every month, 9:30 Pacific, 12:30 Eastern. And we're going to keep downloading these healing codes. And I look forward to doing this work with you so that you remember your true path. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.
You've been listening to the Self-Healing Codes with Dr. Traci on Transformation Talk Radio. Join Dr. Traci every first and third Friday at 9:30 Pacific for this portal of transformation, where truth is spoken, healing is activated, and souls remember who they truly are. Don't forget to subscribe and connect to her on Facebook at The Self-Healing Codes with Dr. Traci. Ready to take the next step? Explore healing sessions, activations, certifications, and her daily spiritual practice membership at tracitrimble.ca. Heal, remember, rise. Your journey starts now.